Last lecture, we have dealt with the static and dynamic characteristics, and here we will be discussing on our turn on methods. Okay, so while discussing about the static VI characteristics, we found out that to turn on the SCR, we require latching current. The level of latching current must be there to turn on that. Okay, so we can define to turn on the SCR to turn on the SCR suitable gate current must be given till anode current becomes equal to latching current. Okay, till your anode current becomes equal to greater than equal to latching current. till there till then only your gate current must be applied, but there are other methods also that helps us to turn on other than gate methods. Okay, so we will discuss first, that is your transistor analogy. Two transistor analogy. So this is an SCR. Actually, this is a modeling of an SCR, and in terms of transistor. So this is P1, N1, P2, N2, and this is your gate. So this is your anode. Better write it like anode. So this is your anode, this is your cathode, and this is your gate. Right now, if you can see here, these three P, N, P. Okay, this will give you one transistor T1, and the another that is your NPN. This will give you another transistor T2. Okay, so to know this, I am just separating P2 layer into half. Okay, into half, and we can identify it as two transistor. Okay, so how we can draw this? So first T1, if I want to T1 draw this T1, this is your PNP transistor. So we can write like this. Okay, this is your PNP transistor, and one more transistor is your NPN transistor. So NPN transistor can be drawn like this. Okay, I'm separating it like this. You will get to know this. Now talking about here, this is your P1, this is your base, and this is your N1, and this is your P2. Okay, similarly, this is your N1, this is your P2, and this is your N2. Okay, now if I want to connect, so we can connect N1 and N2. P2 and P2 is connected, and this P2 is your gate current. This P2 is your gate, right? This P1 is your anode, this N2 is your cathode. Okay, so talking about your current perspectives, so this is your anode current. Okay, this is your anode, this is your gate current, and this is your cathode current. Okay, and talking about your transistor point of view, this is your emitter. Okay, this is your base, and this is your collector. Now as this is your alpha 1, this is your transistor T1. I am putting it, the subscript is IE1, IC1, IP1. Similarly, this is your T2. So this current is your IE2. Okay, this is your IB2, and this is your IC2. Okay, so the red lines tells you about your transistor SCR terminology, that is your anode current, gate current, and cathode current, while blue tells you about the transistor current. Okay, so here this is your alpha 1, that is your current gain of your transistor. Alpha 2 is your current gain of your transistor 2. So for your analog electronics, if you have remembered the the equation of your uh, transistor, you will be able to know that this is the prime equation. IC is equal to alpha IE plus ICBO, right? So your collector current is current gain times your emitter current, and there is a leakage current that is flowing between your collector to base current. This is your leakage current. Okay, so talking about, if I write the equation for T1, so I can write IC1 is equal to alpha 1 IE1 plus ICBO1, right? So here, in terms of your, I can write this IC1 in terms of your SCR analogy, alpha 1. So IE1 is nothing but your anode current, that is your IA, plus ICB. Okay, 1. Next, same equation I can write it for IC2 is equal to alpha 2 IE2 plus ICBO. Now here, in terms of IE2 is nothing but your cathode. So I can write it like alpha 2 IK plus ICBO2. Okay. Now here, if I add these two currents, that is your IC1, I am adding this equation and this equation. So I am adding IC1 plus IC2, that will give you alpha 1 IA plus alpha 2 IK plus ICBO1 plus ICBO2. Okay. Now here, if you can see that IC1 and IC2, okay, IC1 and IC2. So here